Hey everybody, it's Madmaxed again with another raid video. If you would, hit that little red subscribe button in the corner and subscribe to my channel. And if you got any questions, just leave them. I'll try to get back to you, or any comments that you want to make. Just put them in the comment section and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Now, today we're supposed to be getting from the Prime Gaming Drops, Genbo, as shows the picture. I failed to get it to work. Some of my clans was complaining about that, but we're not being able to get this thing to work. So, maybe we'll get it later on. But if you get Genbo, you've got a really great champ. I mean, this guy is great in Arena. He can be useful in Doom Tower. There's a lot of places you can use Genbo. Now, I've got him on both accounts. This is the one on my alt. He actually had better gear than my main account, but he still does well on my main account even. All right, he's got a set of Relentless gear on. Now, why I put Relentless? Because sometimes he goes 2 and 3 times, and sometimes, if you got a really tanky person in the arena, you go that second, third time, you can wipe them out. I have wiped out Dutches with him before because he goes so many times. And Dutches, you know how hard some of those tanky Dutches can be to kill. So, and it doesn't work all the time, but when it does, it's really amazing. I mean, this really helps out. Okay, so it's just a relentless setup on top. I try to get as much crit rate, crit damage, speed as I can get it into him. The only thing I need to probably change is he's got an accuracy banner. He doesn't need accuracy, but he's got 3 speed in this. And I really need to put a resist banner on him because none of his stuff can be resisted once he gets his crit rate up. Now, his crit rate is at 89%. I'd like to have it at 100 because when you look at his skills, he's got a 50% chance of stealing 1 random buff. And he does this a lot. It says if he's under increased attack, the buff cannot be resisted. Well, if he's not under increased attack, he's not under increased attack, if you do have a lot of accuracy, it will help steal the buff if the other one's resist isn't as high. That's the only reason I put a bunch of accuracy on him. Now, he attacks all the enemies. He has a 100% chance once he's booked out on a 3-turn cooldown, decreasing all the buff by 1 turn. This effect cannot be resisted on a critical hit. That's the reason, getting his crit rate up 11% more and doing away with the accuracy and making him where he can resist all debuffs would really help. But he places a 30% increased crit rate and 30% crit damage buff on this champion for 3 turns, then grants an extra turn. This is always the first thing that you throw. He also increases ally speed in arena battles by 20% if you don't have anybody that does speed. But usually you try to pair him with Arbiter if you can. Ursula works well. Even Spirit Host, somebody that increases attack so that, he has that passive. I forgot to do the passive. But he does that passive where he goes in and it doesn't matter about being unkillable. Because as long as he's got that increased attack up, he will ignore the unkillable and he will kill them. And I've seen him instantly kill Skull Crown, Leonardo's, and all that. I mean, all the people that throw up that unkillable right before they die. Well, they don't just right before they die with him. And he's a great champ for getting rid of those that you're having trouble when they throw those unkillables up. Now, as far as his masteries go, let me go to my main account because that's the one I've got all the masteries done on. I never finished them there. So he's not quite got his high crit rate. His crit damage is just as good. But I didn't have a really good set of Relentless gear to put on him. As you'll see, there's 2 4-stars on my main account. He still does really well just with this, though. Now, his masteries, I went down. I took the War Master that basically it increased all the damage. Then the defense, I put more resist on him. I put to decrease the damage. They get by 8% when the champion is hit with a critical hit. And so on, so down, reduces the same attacks over. He has a 50% counterattack when the champ loses 25% or more. Now, when as hard as he hits, even with that A1 on that counterattack, it's a lot of damage. That's the thing about him. Every attack he got has a lot of damage. So I'm going to go in and try to find a arena team to go in and try to hit. Need something faster then. As you notice, there's a whole lot of really good champions. And I hope I'm faster than they are. And so far I am, but still. Now see, he goes next. And they had a lot of resist because only one of them got one debuff. And she's got almost 300 accuracy. And to resist that, they've got an extreme amount of that. Now you notice he killed him right off the bat. He didn't, and Lydia denied the debuff. And we're pretty well sure we're going to beat this because Undead Knight's just useless by himself. I mean, you know, he's pretty useless anyway. I don't know why people make a big deal about him in Arena because I've never had trouble. I just take a bunch of AoE attackers in because he doesn't stop an AoE attack. You take really strong AoE attackers in, it's just a waste of time and it's just a waste of a spot. And you see, she stoned herself. Of course, as long as that stone gear's up, you know, nothing's gonna, I can't do any damage to him hardly. I can't debuff him. So it's an easy win at this point. If you watch, you know, he's tanked out to the max and he lost half his hit points with that one hit once he was buffed. He's really good at this. I mean, he's really good at Arena. He's really good at ignoring those unkillables. And, you know, if you're troubling with Skull Crown or Leonardo, I mean, you know, if you put him in and you gear him well, he's just going to wipe them. Because they don't usually put a lot of defense on them anyway. They want them to be extreme attackers. And they think that unkillable, it'll get them to down. And they'll put frenzy gear on a lot of times because they're low in hit point. And then they're going to do a bunch of extra damage and they're just all attack. And Genbo just ignores that and just goes ahead and kills them. Now, I even use him in Doom Tower. And I'm just going to run a quick Doom Tower that I've already run. But like, you see, these are all attackers, every one of them. There's nothing to this. So it's all auto. But I mean, I couldn't have done this months ago. But I mean, you see how much damage he's done. And he's not even buffed. If he'd been buffed, he would have killed everything. And so, of course, I've got two big ones, and both these big ones are really good. I mean, everything I've got is geared up fairly well these days for like Doom Tower and for Arena. Because that's where you get all your goodies from as far as the Doom Tower, and then you get the Arena gets your Great Hall up for you. But, you know, the reason I do like I do this kind of team is because I can now, and it's a 20-something second team, so I can turn this on to auto climb. So in 4 or 5 minutes, I'm done. Because this game is long and it's grindy, as everybody knows. So, you know, and if you've got him with a bunch of other good nukers, I mean, you know, and a lot of these nukers are just free. If you look in there, I mean, you know, a lot of your nukers are free. You got Yarkle. Yarkle is free. He's really a good nuker. You know, if you're getting Genbo was free. Really good nuker. The big ones you don't, but if you played long enough, you know, Ninja was free. Ninja's a great nuker. I mean, there are several really good nukers they give you, and you know, if you get your gear right, you can just nuke your way through Doom Tower real easy on the normal part. And you know, even Deliana, if you gear her right, she's a really good nuker, and she stays alive because she's 8P damage. But there are several of these nukers that are just absolutely great. I mean, and they're free in the game. So, you know, it's like Helmont. Helmont's free. Helmont's a great nuker. I mean, you know, you've got Cleo Pix is free. She's good at nuking. You know, I mean, she's real good at, I mean, she's not as good as like Genbo by any stretch of the imagination, but she's still a good nuker. And then you've got, which is the other one? It's free. There's another one. I don't think I've even developed. Oh, I haven't developed. And Onyx is free out of your, and she's free. She's a good nuker. She comes out of your clan shop. So there's a lot of good nukers in this game that you're going to get free just by playing, as long as you log in every day. And just because you do your clan quests. But guys, you know, that's pretty much the video. I hope you enjoyed Genbo as much as I did. I mean, I used to use him everywhere in Arena. I mean, I've got different champs now, like with Maratho and with Lydia. And, of course, I've got Yarkle. And, Yarkle hits just as hard. And, his freeze can't be resisted if you're over 75%. But if I'm going up against Skull Crown or I'm going up against Leonardo, I'm just going to use Genbo. It's just easy to go ahead and kill them and get them out of the way, and it's really fast. That way you don't have to worry about the other, and we got maintenance, of course. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like I said, please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I hope this helps you with your game.